What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday, October 9th. We got some interesting things to go over this week. I know we didn't put out a what's it called? Extra point this week just because the Dodgers are playing and all kinds of baseball happening we're going to go into today. We're actually recording this on Thursday night after the Dodgers just swept the Padres, so we're going to talk about the NBA coming up and this and that, whatnot. But before we go there, I just want to thank you guys again for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter at @blown_save and on Instagram at @theblown_save. Don't forget you can also still reach out to us at theblown_save_podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget we do have merch and stuff like that. We do have some hats we're going to post pictures of and stuff like that. If you guys are interested, we might do a limited run of those. But go ahead and head on over to teespring.com/store/theblown_save. To pick up some neck gaiters, some masks, some shirts, some sweaters, everything you guys can get. Go ahead over there. It helps out the show. It helps us keep running it, rocking and rolling. And we should have the website up very, very soon. I know I keep saying that, but we just keep running a little bit of roadblocks here and there. But we're going to get by them. But I digress. I got to bring in the one, the only, my compadre now, Mr. RT Casas. What's up, baby?
It's only a matter of time before we make it official, right?
Well, the kids got to get popped out first, and then we got to go to the church, and then we got to go God knows where. But, yes, Artie, my little compadre, how you doing, sir?
All good, all good. Hey, you know what? When we finally decide to do it, the church right here by my house is really nice, dude. And then maybe it's a central location for your family and my family, too, you know?
We're probably going to end up doing what we did with Luke's and doing it at St. Martha's just because my dad doesn't travel very well.
Okay.
And so I know he's going to be listening right now going, I'll go wherever you want me to go. But I know better.
It's a far drive.
Yeah. Well, it's you know, we'll see. We'll get there. We're thinking sometime next year in the springtime. So
St. Martha's is nice. It's the church I grew up going to, you know, that one in St. Louis of France are the two churches I went to.
Same me, man. I grew up going to St. Martha's también. Anywho, we got a few things to talk about, and it was a hell of a game today. I mean, it was more of a blowout. Like I was telling the audience right now that we're recording this on a Thursday night because you're taking off for the weekend, and we want to make sure we do get some stuff out there for you guys. We did miss out on the extra point this week, so we didn't get our picks in. We did talk about our picks a little bit between each other, but we never posted them out. So we'll get to those here in a few. We're going to talk some baseball first. Let's wrap up the divisional series. Everything's wrapped up except for the Yankees and Rays. The Yankees today forced Game 5 against the Rays. A huge hit. Will the Yankees ride this momentum into the ALCS, or will the Rays quiet the bats and meet the assholes to fight for the chance to go back to the World Series? The Rays are actually going to have Tyler Glasnow start Game 5 on 2 days rest. Smart move. Will it backfire? Starting pitching is going to be a doozy. It's going to be Gerrit Cole and Glasnow. What do you think, Artie? Who's going to win this one?
Well, I'm a little partial to Gerrit Cole, man, just because, again, we all know the story. I gave him his first professional interview back when I was a sports writer. So I'm always going to cheer for that dude myself personally. So this might be one. I had picked the Yankees, the Tampa Bay the whole time. And even I had said, Tampa in 5. And I still kind of think that, but I am going to be cheering for Gerrit Cole, and I think Tampa's gonna win it, but I'm still gonna be cheering for Gerrit Cole. So hope I'm wrong, but I'm going Tampa. How about you?
I know the only thing Evan would love to hear right now is me going, I'm rooting for the Yankees. But I think I don't know, man. I want to stick with what we had. We both thought the Rays were going to be the ones to take it, and I think I'm going to stick with the Rays and go that route. Game 5 for them tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. It's going to be a rough one to be able to watch because obviously our Lakers are going to be playing. I don't say our Lakers. The Lakers. Your Lakers. Yeah, my Bulls are watching it from home. Are going to be playing tomorrow night, but we'll get to that in a few. But I'm going to go with the Rays. I'm going to stick with the Rays. I think the Rays go in and then beat the assholes in the ALCS and be done with it.
like it. I like it.
All right. Atlanta sent the Marlins home in 3. Atlanta has not been to the NLCS in 19 years. Welcome back to the championship series. Too bad you're going to play the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are going to send you home in 5. I think they get 1 game out of it, but I do think the Dodgers are going to go to the World Series. What do you think, Artie?
Is that a 7-game series?
It
Or
is.
4?
It is a 7-game series.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Anytime you're up against the Dodgers the longer the series, the harder it is. I think. I mentioned that to you, and I think the Dodgers are suited for longer series. I'm very happy that we're done with all these stupid. I really didn't like the 3-game series. I'm glad we're done with the 3-game series. And Dodgers in 5. I don't know. I would say Dodgers in 6, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty good, but Dodgers in 5 or 6. Yeah, I like 6. I don't know why. I have a feeling with 6.
Okay. Oh, you're going Dodgers in 6. I'm going Dodgers in 5. Either way, we're both going Dodgers.
What do we call that? What do we call that, sir?
We're gonna what?
A gentleman's sweep.
Oh, the gentleman's sweep. Yes. Hey, by the way, I was gonna talk about this a little later when we talk basketball because I wanted you to explain the gentleman's sweep for the listeners at home that may not know what that exactly means. I thought it'd be something really cool for you to be able to break it down.
No problemo.
So what is a gentleman's sweep, sir?
So a gentleman's sweep is you give them the courtesy and you're nice and you let them win 1 game. So gentleman's sweep is anytime you win the series either 3-1 or 4-1 is essentially what it is. So gentleman's sweep. You let them be you. It's like opening the door, right, for a woman when she's walking in somewhere and you're a gentleman, right? Oh, thank you for letting me win 1. Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks for my kids came watch me in this playoffs, and I'm glad they got to see their daddy win 1 at least.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you there. So gentleman's sweep, wouldn't that be in 5 then, not 6?
That's why I didn't take the gentleman's sweep in the Dodgers.
Okay. I'm calling a gentleman's sweep for the Dodgers. I think they take it in 5. You're taking in 6. You're thinking that they do battle out and get a couple wins. So we'll have to wait and see. The assholes did beat the A's. The assholes are on their shut 'em up tour. It is rattling along. I think the A's were not focused on just playing the game. And I think they felt too much of that pressure of, quote unquote, having to beat the cheaters that they let the assholes take the series. What was really cool, it kind of backfired on them this time. Grenkie was on the bump, and then the top of the 2nd inning with 2 on, it seemed as though Grenkie let Laureano know he was throwing a breaking ball. He put up 2 fingers and a nod. It kind of gave him a little, I'm throwing a curveball. Laureano then sent it 449 feet to take a 3-run lead, I should say. Granted, it was short-lived. Still, how do you think? I mean, everybody keeps saying Grenkie's a fucking boss for doing this, but how do you play with a game like that and with the implications of what's going on? And it backfired on him this time. He did it earlier in the season. He was kind of telling him like, "Oh, fastball, here comes a fastball," and he'd throw it, and he'd get people out. But this time, it backfired for a 3-run home run. What do you think about Grenkie doing this, man?
What I thought was cool was who did it. Laureano. That's the dude that they plunked freaking like 3 times in a series. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Not this series, but in the series during the regular season. So I thought it was real cool that he did it. I really like that. I mean, it's just one of those dumb, but like he's like antisocial, right? He's got that what's it called? He's got issues. He's got social anxiety, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's not like he's a really strange cat. He's not like your normal kind of person, man. He does some things that's very questionable all the time, So, but I'm glad that at least he did it. It didn't end up making a difference in that game. They ended up slapping around so bad. Oakland, again, some of their main guys were hurt in terms of hitters. That's no excuse, but still, like, I don't know. I feel lately like Oakland and the Twins have been like chokers in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like those dudes just stumble on their own feet. I was really surprised to see them get past that first round, and then I was like, all right, of course everybody's rooting for them in the ALDS, and then I don't know whether they had the signs or what was going on here, but the Astros came to play, dude. I mean, they smacked the ball around all over that field.
Yes, they did. Well, I mean, they were talking about how the Astros have a little bit more of a quote unquote home field advantage at Dodger Stadium because they've played there over the last few years a bunch more times than the A's have. So they're a little more familiar with the field and whatnot. So they're saying that may have given them a competitive advantage during this series. What do you think about that?
I mean, Oakland did play there this year, so it's not like could have been that bad of an advantage. I could have sworn they had a 3-game series against the Dodgers.
Yeah, but if you take a 3-game series compared to what the Astros have probably played there 8-9 times.
I guess
Because of the I'm just saying with the World Series and what.
There's no fans, man, and they're hitting it over the damn field. So it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. They just got their butts kicked. What else are you gonna do?
You can't do nothing about that.
Glad it's not my team.
Well, there you go. That's kind of the wrap of baseball right now. We're kind of waiting to see what happens tomorrow with the Yankees and the not Marlins, the Rays, to see who's gonna play, who's gonna beat them. Hopefully, Jesus Christ, it'd be crazy. Like, I didn't want to think about it. I don't even want to put this kind of juju in the world, but it'd be crazy if the Astros and the Dodgers met up in the World Series again.
Would be pretty cool-ish, I guess. I want to see them, but I don't. Like,
yeah.
It's one of those, like, man, if we lose, that would be like very infuriating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to see them in there because you just want to kick their teeth in.
For sure. I know.
Like, it's one of those, like, I feel like, honestly, I think the Dodgers would get to the point where they are like how they were with San Diego today, where they just went out there and kicked San Diego's teeth in, bro. Like, that's what they did because Manny really set them off yesterday.
Yeah.
As soon as Manny set them off, dude, like, I was like, oh, thank you for waking the Dodgers up, because I felt like the Dodgers were just kind of sleepwalking through a lot of this.
Yeah.
And he went and set them off, man, which we'll get to that in a second,
No, for sure. But Dodgers have sent home Slam Diego a lot earlier than expected. A lot of people were saying the Dodgers and San Diego series was going to go 5 games, but it looks like it only took 3. And the Dodgers have a couple days off before they start the NLCS on Monday against the Atlanta Braves. You're right. Yesterday, Manny was acting a fool. Manny was acting Manny.
Manny being Manny.
It fit back then and it fits now. After what was it? That amazing catch by Bellinger out.
Well, let's back it up because I think it's really important because I had another friend that was trying to make this argument.
Okay.
It started where you started, and that's not where it started, and that's the problem. That's not where it started. So Manny hit a solo home run when his team was down 2. To put them within 1.
Right.
And he threw the bat like if it was a walk-off home run. He was hollering around the bases the whole time, right? And remember, this is after Cody Bellinger hit a home run to go up 4-1. He just put his head down, ran around the bases. Nothing out of the ordinary with his home run, right? Yeah, he celebrated, but it wasn't like pounding his chest or anything like that. And I remember Arizona did this to the Dodgers. That's why I knew when Manny did that, I was like, ooh. They are poking a sleeping bear. Let me tell you, they are poking a sleeping bear. So Manny hits the solo home run, right? He starts pumping his chest, throws the bat, starts screaming. I get it. Like, I'm all for it. Like, I have no problem with it. See, this is the thing. There's a difference. I don't have any problem with him being all happy about it and stuff like that. Because he's like, all right, he's trying to get his team pumped. Then they come back and hit another home run, right? Or no, they didn't tie it. No, because it stayed down 1, right? But then the next inning or later that inning, I can't remember, it was later that inning, Bellinger robs a 2-run shot, right?
Yeah.
And Bellinger obviously is happy, but it wasn't Bellinger that was the problem. It was the pitcher. He threw his hat, threw his glove. But again, he threw it towards the direction of his team's dugout. He did not gesture towards San Diego's dugout. And Manny walks over towards the Dodgers dugout, not very close, but he walks over and he's like, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. You think that's funny? So this and this and that, right? And it's like, dude, he's celebrating the same way you were celebrating.
Yeah.
Over something that really didn't need to be celebrated that much, his home run, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
still put him down. And then he's over here bugging that they're celebrating a catch that probably changed the course of that whole series, let me tell you. Because that 2-run home run gives them the lead. Hey, it creates momentum because later on they come back and score a few more runs because Canley, is over here freaking that doesn't even deserve being major leagues right now because he looks so bad, which we'll talk about in a second. And it ended up being a big difference maker in that game. Huge difference maker. So that's where I have the problem is, and the buddy, and I invited him to be on the podcast, but he chickened out, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, it's during the game, blah, 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 this and that. Like, I won't do it, or I can't do it, and yada, yada. You could just tell he was trying to avoid it, right? And I was like, all right, whatever. He made some good points, but all his points originally were like, well, hey, so-and-so, like he told me, he's like, Gasraw blew a kiss towards San Diego. And I was like, oh, I didn't see that, right? That kiss. I only saw the hat throw and the glove throw, which I knew was in Dodger direction. So then I also didn't know that Manny was taunting him first. So then he's like, yeah, look it up. It's all over the internet. So I'm like, all right. So I went and looked it up. Sure enough, John Boy comes out and he breaks the whole thing down and he shows it. Like Manny is the one that instigated again. He's over there like F you, F you, F you, left and right. And then Gasraw blows him a kiss. Of course, yeah, you're all in his face. He's gonna be all rattled up. That's where I'm like, and that's when I replied to that friend. I said, dude, that happened again after Manny instigated something. I said, if you have a problem, he's but it's a difference. Gasraw didn't have anything to do with it. I was like, there is no difference, dude, in celebrating. One thing is not okay and another one is not okay. You're either good with all of it or you're not good with any of it. If you're good with Manny pounding his chest and throwing his bat, then you should be good with anybody celebrating that is not taunting the other team.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with Manny's home run, like, and him being all happy, like, man, he's trying to fire up his team. Now, if it was my team, would I be happy about it like that? Probably not. We're still down 1. If it was a game-tying home run, sure. If it was a go-ahead home run, for sure, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was a home run to get your team within 1. Nothing to me to be that excited about. But, again, that's who he is, right? And that's what I was telling the buddy. I was like, nah, dude, this is all a matter of perspective. You're a San Diego fan, so you're only seeing it from that perspective. I said, you just have an issue because of how it went down, because it was something that impacted your team negatively. I said, now, you didn't have a problem that Manny went over there and taunted them. You didn't mention that Manny told them F you after they were celebrating. I said, those are things that you failed to mention. And then all of a sudden now when I find them, they're like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, dude, it's all a matter of perspective. Well, you only see it from your angle, from San Diego's point of view, which I get it. Like, I'm all for it. But again, I'm very much like, well, dude, if you're okay with Manny flashing, throwing his bat around while he's hitting like 100 in the series, I think he only had like 2 hits this whole series. One of them was that home run. If you're all good with him doing that, then you better be good with anything the Dodgers do with celebrating. Because let me tell you, they hadn't shown you up in Game 1. They didn't celebrate or do anything out of the ordinary. They won Game 1. Game 2, they were up. They weren't celebrating or doing anything out of the ordinary. But then they did something spectacular, and they're celebrating. And now you have a problem with it. Yeah, that's not. Yeah. Sorry, man. I ain't buying that one.
What's good for the goose has to be good for the gander, man. It's got to be even both ways. You can't be okay with them doing that, and then when the other team does the same thing, or not the same thing, but something similar, celebrating, you can't get all upset and butthurt about it because, oh, no, you can't do that. Like, no. Like, everybody gets the opportunity to show off when it's within reason. Obviously, there are times out there people just act like assholes. It is what it is, but I think you're right. I think John Boy's right. I think your buddy, whoever he was wrong. And if he has a problem with that, he can go ahead and watch the video, John Boy. I don't know if you said it to him already.
I sent it to him. Oh, yeah, I sent it to him. I'm like, because, again, he just told me, like, yeah, man, they were over there blowing kisses at the Padres. That's not cool, this and that. And I told him, oh, you're right. That isn't cool, right? But, again, I didn't know Manny had gone over there and told him, like, oh, F you, right? And I was like, oh, dude. Now we're talking about something completely different here. wait a second, you know?
Yeah, when you start instigating and then you're complaining about it later, like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's not how that works. Yeah, not how that works.
All right, man. Well, we're excited to see. Well,
let's talk about also. I wanted to talk about Jansen. So I've been telling you, like, I'm all defending Jansen, right? And yesterday was the final. Well, for me, it was the final straw against the Astros. I had told you that. I was like, man, that's it, man. There's no defending this dude. What really struck me as odd, and I was all over Twitter in terms of reading and stuff like that, is Dave Roberts had said prior to the game, yeah, if the Dodgers are up 3, we're not going to bring in Jansen. We're not going to put him in spots, blah, 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 like tough spots and this and that. Well, the Dodgers were up 3 in the 9th, and what does he do? Bring in Jansen. And Jansen's just in his own head already. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He comes in, and of course, he gives up, 2 runs and just not pitching effectively. He doesn't have much movement on his ball, doesn't throw as hard. And it's just all mental. Like, you can see it. It's all mental. Like, he has no confidence up there. And then, Joe Kelly walks 2 guys to load the bases and gives us everybody a heart attack and finishes off the game with the ground ball, which was a little bit of a tricky bounce. And I don't think he got enough credit for handling that ground ball very well. Like, I saw it and I was like, oh, they took a little funny bounce at the end there.
Yeah.
But that's why Kike plays defense. He's a really solid defender. So I think that's it, man. To me, that was the final, like, all right, that's it, man. Like, we gave you your shot against the Astros with the 3-run lead in the regular season. Everybody was all behind you. You blew that one. And then you came into the playoffs right now against San Diego, 3-run lead. Even got the first out. Had the second dude. I forgot how the next guy got on, but had the second dude on a 1-2 count. And then I think either gave up a hit or came back and walked him or whatever. So it's like, man, I think that's it, man. I think Canley officially has been removed, or I hope, because I honestly think that if the Dodgers don't win the World Series and Roberts still puts in Canley as the closer, he's going to get fired. But if the Dodgers don't win the World Series and he doesn't put Canley in as a closer, like he removes him from that situation, I think he still has the shot at saving his job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. But I think the torch has been passed. I think Brustar?
Gratterall?
Gastrol, there you go. Yeah, I forget. Gratterall or Gastrol, I forgot how to say his name. I call him Mr. Gasolina, right? Because he throws so hard.
My God. And then I don't, the video they showed him throwing, it's so effortless. Oh, my God.
They say he throws 100 sitting on a chair.
I believe it.
100. Yep.
He doesn't when he pitches, he's not even like digging deep and stretching out for it. He just kind of like standing and let me take a quick little step and here's 100.
Yeah, and he doesn't even bend his back, doesn't follow through, doesn't reach all the way back for the throw. Like, man, dude, it's almost like he short arms and it's like 100 with movement, man. Crazy.
On a short arm, 100 movement is awesome.
Honestly, you wanna know something, Brent? That's gonna make you happy. This reminds me of when Frankie took over for the Angels as a closer, when he was kind of getting the torch passed to him from Troy Percival.
Yeah.
Remember how Frankie came into those playoffs and just was an animal?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what's going to happen right here, dude. Joe Kelly, I think Kenley Johnson's done, but I think Joe Kelly's going to be that little safety net for the Dodgers because he's been in those situations. But I think they're going to start passing the torch over to Mr. Gasolina. And I think it reminds me a lot of the Angels, and I really hope it ends out how the Angels ended that with the World Series title, man.
If he doesn't come out to the song "Dame Más Gasolina," then it's a fucking shame.
Right? That's, I'm about to send him a message, dude. Like the Dodgers are like, "Hey, look, we got an idea. Throwing it out there."
When he comes out, play the "Dame Más Gasolina" song. Do it.
Right. Right.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting. I think you're right. Canley's gone. Obviously, Dodgers win the World Series. Canley's getting his little ring, but I think.
Did you hear the quotes of Roberts afterwards? When they asked him, "Hey, why'd you put him in there? Like, if you said you weren't gonna put him in there," he's like, "Well, I feel for the guy. We're trying to just get his confidence up and." We feel like we owe it to him, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff that that's been the reason why they keep doing them. And I think he was finally like, all right, man, like,
that's it.
Final last shot.
Yeah.
Like, that was it, man. There's nothing else. How we defend you? I had a buddy text me, and it was a great idea. He didn't text me in, like, a mean way, but he said, hey, the Dodgers should put Kenley Jansen on the IR for the NLCS. That way people don't ask about putting him in, and that way Roberts doesn't have to put him in a bad spot. And I said, man, that'd be a brilliant idea. It'd avoid all the media and stuff like that, and he could just say it's arm fatigue or whatever it is, right? Like, whatever you want to say it is. Like, he could say any of those things, and they don't have to answer as many questions, I think.
I mean, if they got a 12-3 lead or whatever, put him in.
Yeah.
let him get his 3 and then get him out. Hey, we put him in. So what?
I said something more like, dude, put him in the 7th. Put him in the 7th inning, somewhere where he's just not going to be in his own head anymore. Because he's still got stuff, man.
If you guys are cruising like you guys were tonight, I mean, why not throw him in 1 inning, middle of the game, 6th inning?
But that's going to be like, they're going to see it as like, oh, we can't do that to him. That's disrespecting him. He's giving back to dude, he's been with the organization for 15 years.
Yeah, they were saying about that day.
Yeah, you heard it today, right?
Yep.
It's like, man, I'm with it. I understand, dude, but that 9th inning, that's off limits for you now, man. Like, it has to be off limits.
Especially in a close game. You can't, I mean, granted, okay, 9th inning, you guys are up 12-3. You don't let them go in there?
Yeah, for sure in the 9th, and when they're up by 5, go for it.
Only if they're up at least 5.
Yeah. Honestly, only when they're up 5. Anything less than 5, yeah, man. Sorry, big guy, it's not your time.
Thanks for the good times, pero ya estuvo, güey.
Yeah, I agree. And then I hate that they let when Kenley's up because he's more comfortable. And he doesn't want to worry about holding the guys on, so they let the guys run loose, and of course they always go 1st or 3rd, or they steal 2nd, and they end up coming around to score. I hate that, dude. I hate that. It's like, dude, you're a major league pitcher. Get over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? None of that's working for you, so cut it out.
They pay you all that money. This is your job. Get on it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll have to see what happens Monday as we go along with that. We're gonna shift gears into the NFL. We're actually gonna shift gears into an extra point kind of situation here. We're gonna go over last week's pick real quick and go into what we're gonna pick this week. You picked again 11 correct answers, and I picked 9 correct games. Whatever, bro.
Funny how that works out. Is that, are we on a winning streak now?
That's a winning streak. You got 3. Yeah, that's a winning streak.
Okay.
We both picked the shit. I keep forgetting not to highlight these, but basically, your lock of the week and my lock of the week, boom, they hit. So we're good to go. And then your ultra lock, the Chiefs, hit as well. So we're good to go there. So far, this week I picked 9. Artie, you picked 11. That's the ultra lock. Well, hey, I put it back in there for this game for this week. I already answered a couple of those for you. I figured you were gonna pick these specific ones, so I'm gonna go. I was like, all right, cool, and then I put your ultra lock in.
Brent,
so.
You didn't put Brent. You didn't put the Bears, did you?
I had the Bears. I've been telling you this is the last week.
I didn't. Nope.
This is the last. This is the last, dude. I've been choosing the Bears this entire time.
Do I have a text from you?
I have been picking the Bears this entire time.
Do I have a text from you? Yes or no?
I have picked the Bears this entire time.
For the record. So is that a yes or a no? Because you're trying to get a little sleazeball win here.
I'm not sleazeball winning here.
You're right.
All I got is, oh my God. All right. That's fine. I'm going to go blank on that one. I'm going to blank that because I didn't send you a text. But you know what? I had the Bears going in that game. That's fine. You already lost one. That's fine.
Where is this at? I want to see.
For the
record.
I have the Texans. Who you got going? Texans or Jags?
Damn. Jeez.
You have to pick one.
Give me the Jags.
Jags. All right. Bengals and Ravens. I kind of chose that one for you because I figured you'd go with the Ravens. I went with the Ravens as well.
Right.
Okay. Falcons and Panthers. I'm going with the Falcons. I'm thinking they're finally going to get one. Like, they're going to get out of their own way and win.
What the Panthers do last week? They win or lose? I
They
think
lost.
no?
They lost.
Who'd they lose to?
Last week they lost to the Cardinals.
Oh well, that's expected though, right?
Yeah.
The Cardinals. Let's see here. Are you sure? I thought the Cardinals lost last week. You're right. Cardinals did win.
Mm-hmm.
Man, jeez. All right, I'm gonna go Falcons too. I guess. I don't know.
All right, we'll go.
I don't know. It's just you know why they lost last week though, and this is why. I mean, damn, this is as close as we can get to picking. It's because Julio Jones, man. Like it's hard to make these picks without like I wouldn't make that pick for that game until that day. You know
Well, but here we are right now. You have to make the pick now.
Yeah, man. I think Julio plays, and I think they win. I think the Falcons win.
All right. I chose Falcons as well. The next game is the ultra lock of the week: Raiders and Chiefs. We were both going with the Chiefs. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, I'll give you the Bears win if they're your ultra lock because you've been picking them all season, right?
I have been.
So that means you're locked. You're going to be locked into them the rest of the season. Now.
If they play the Chiefs, I'm not picking the Bears over the Chiefs, bro. Come on.
Is that a yes or a no?
No, they're not my. They're not my ultra lock, bro. I can't do that.
But you've been picking them all season.
I have because of the people that've been playing. But see, when they play somebody like Cowboys, or when they play somebody like the
Cowboys,
I won't tell it. If they play the Vikings, the Seahawks, who else is over there? The Rams, I'd be even thinking about it. There are certain teams where you can't pick against the better team there.
This is why I can't give you the Bears win.
That's fine. But the Bears and Bucks, I didn't know. I frankly was hoping because I've been picking. I even have the Bears defense on like 3 of my fantasy football leagues. So I've been rooting for them to fucking show up. And Khalil Mack finally showed up. By the way, we'll talk about Khalil Mack. Fucking midget flipping. An offensive lineman.
I didn't see the game, but I kind of like saw that.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Well, let's keep doing the picks real quick. Cards and Jets. I got the Cardinals on that one.
Cardinals for sure. Yeah.
All right. Eagles and Steelers. I got the Steelers.
Steelers for sure.
All right. Rams and Washington. I figured you'd pick the Rams, but I can adjust it.
Yeah, definitely the Rams.
Dolphins and San Francisco. I got San Francisco.
I want to ask you, how's that $50,000 pickup or $50 pickup working out for you?
Not very well. Keep going. The Dolphins and the Niners. I got San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco.
All right. Giants and Cowboys. I'm going with
Cowboys. I want to go Giants, but just because the Cowboys have let me down, twice already. But yeah, definitely the Cowboys. It is the Giants.
Colts and Browns.
Someone a little closer, let me tell you, I would go against the Cowboys.
All right. The Colts and the Browns. I'm going with the Browns this time. If Baker Mayfield shows up, wakes up feeling dangerous, things might happen.
Yeah, I'm going to go Browns as well, too.
All right. Vikings and Seahawks. I have the Seahawks on there right now. Yeah, I was thinking about the things, but I got to go with my first gut. So Seahawks. You got Seahawks as well?
Yeah, for sure. Easy.
All right.
Seahawks are getting close to being like locks every week for me.
There you go. Monday nights, Broncos and Pats. I got the Pats coming back and winning.
Patriots, for sure.
Okay. And then the Tuesday night game, the Bills and the Titans.
That's going to be a good one. I'll take the Bills. The defense is too good.
Yeah, I got the Bills on that one as well. It looks like...
They got one different one.
Yeah, I'm going to need that one to win for the win here, or for the tie. All right, getting back...
For the tie.
Because I don't get the first win, so technically I would have to... So the first game's a wash, basically, now.
Right.
So we only have one different one, so... Oh, yeah, I would have to win that game to... Which one did we split on?
Whoever that's it. It's just that one. It's
Jags and Texans.
Jags and Texans.
That will decide that will decide the rest of the week. What's your? We already know the ultra lock, the Chiefs or the Raiders. What's your other lock of the week?
Probably the Ravens and Bengals.
Okay.
The Ravens. Yeah, probably.
I'll put that.
Or Steelers and Eagles.
Well, I was going to go Steelers and Eagles on that one.
I left it for you because I know they're in your division. You just, you hate your own division team, so I kind of left that alone.
The other one I would go with as well would be the Rams over Washington. I think the Rams are going to run over them.
Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be a little closer than you think. They're switching quarterbacks. It seems like whenever they switch quarterbacks, Just kind of the team comes out and plays inspired a little more because they're like, oh shit, it's getting serious now.
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking of NFL, since we're here, the Broncos and Pats has been moved from Sunday to early Monday night due to the COVID concerns and making sure everyone who's playing is cleared on another time to make sure everyone's like healthy and nobody's gonna be freaking sick or anything like that. The Broncos have not had any players test positive since the season began. This is all just in precaution because of Cam Newton popping. To me, and tell me if this doesn't sound weird, dude. How is it that only one person pop positive? Like, what was he doing? Where did he go? Who was with him? What happened?
Wait a second. It wasn't just Cam Newton. The other dude just got popped with COVID too. Their main defensive player. I forget his name. The one that won Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Oh, really? I hadn't gotten any word of that one.
Yeah. God, what's his name? Just Google NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He's that dude. NFL defensive.
Oh, they had a third person pop positive, not just Cam Newton. So they had three. Gilmore.
Yeah, Gilmore.
Stephen Gilmore popped positive for the virus today.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Gilmore, Cam Newton. They said three. Who's the third?
I don't know who the third was, but I knew Gilmore for sure. For sure.
Okay.
But I agree. At first I was like, what the hell? Like, how's one dude just come up with it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I was totally with you. Now that there's two, and I was like, all right. And I don't know if you saw the meme or the photo going around where it was they were talking about like Gilmore was over there high fiving and hugging Patrick Mahomes at the end of the game last week. So they're like, no.
Hopefully that way, it was after the fact. So, speaking of COVID and stuff like that, the NFL may make the Titans forfeit their game against the Bills as punishment for violating COVID protocols after the outbreak. Under the league's COVID-19 health and safety protocols, the Titans players were prohibited from practicing together until it was deemed safe to do so. However, longtime NFL reporter Paul, I'm not going to try and pronounce his last name right now, who's based out of Tennessee, reported a group of players had an informal workout at Montgomery Bell Academy in Nashville. Drew Rosenhaus has made a suggestion that the NFL should also open up the last 2 weeks, so 2 weeks after the season ends, to fill in those postponed games, which would give teams who don't pop positive an added bye weeks to kind of get ready for the that playoffs. And for the teams who haven't had any postponed games, well, then that kind of just puts them back where they were, because right now the first few games have just been they moved their bye week and stuff like that. So I think, first off, what do you think about the Titans maybe getting made to forfeit their game? I know that NFL right now is trying to come down hard to be like, you guys need to listen when we tell you guys about this shit. Do you think that they come down hard enough and make them forfeit their game? Or do you think that it's just all kind of like, all right, stop, because this is what's going to happen, and it everybody kind of starts to fall in line?
Yeah, I agree. I really like the second thing, that they need to make an example out of them,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what I think it is. They just need to make an example out of them. And like, I could see it, man. They violated protocol. You should be. Like, you should have to suffer some kind of consequence,
Yeah.
Maybe that extreme, I guess, but it is what it is. So you got to punish them somehow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Plus, it makes it hard on everybody else's schedule, for having to reschedule, push back games. Now they're working on short rest, stuff like that,
Yeah. What do you
I'm with it.
What do you think about the second part of that? That the NFL should open up 2 weeks after the season ends to allow teams to go back and play those postponed games, if anything needs to get postponed beyond this, which will allow certain teams or some teams to have like basically an extra bye week or 2 bye weeks at the end of the season to get some rest and get everybody healthy before the playoffs.
I would say let's see how it plays out before going and jumping on that decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I would say. Like, yeah, it's too early. I think it's too early to make that call. My opinion.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I'm with it. Moving on to tonight's game, the Bucks had a hard loss against the often underestimated Chicago Bears defense. On the final play of the game, Brady actually held up 4 fingers, hoping to get a 5th down and another shot. Many times has there been video of Mr. Tampa Tom rewinding the play clock or like resetting that play clock. To many of people's dismay, they could see that the play clock's at like 6-7, and they're in the thing, and Tom just kind of pumps his arm up, and all of a sudden they give him 25 seconds more. So it didn't work out this time. He was like, fourth down? Can I have 4th down? Yeah. So it didn't work. The Bears came out in victory formation and closed the game out. The Bears improved to a whopping 4-1. Nick Foles improves to 2-0 in his career games against.
The Bears are 4-1.
The Bears are 4-1.
Wow.
Yeah. They only lost the first week of the season is when they lost.
I thought they lost last week.
Was it last week they lost, or I thought it was the first game of the season they lost? But they're 4-1. I double check their stats. Nick Foles improved, like I said, to 2-0 against Tom Brady. The other win coming in Super Bowl, 52 or whatever it is, LII. And also, like we were talking about in the game, Khalil Mack literally flipped over an offensive lineman after getting a sack. So the offensive lineman, for these guys who haven't seen the video yet, was still holding on to Khalil Mack after he got the sack. And Khalil Mack was not having it. He just legitimately just flipped him over and threw him on the ground and just kept walking. Like he was a 2-year-old. And him being who he is, like it was just amazing that he could basically flip over a 350 plus pound man and just slam him on the ground like that.
That was impressive. That was impressive. The way he just flicked him over. I totally agree. I just couldn't believe that happened. I was like, damn. He was like, get off me, fool. I did check and they lost last week because I remember thinking. I was like, oh man, they lost Nick Foles' debut as a starter for Chicago. That's the only reason I kind of remembered that, but I didn't realize that was their only loss this year. That is impressive.
Yeah, that Chicago defense is looking pretty good. I'm just saying.
Nobody denies the defense is offense.
Been saying it. Also, I don't know if you heard about this, dude. The Chargers decided, they officially came out and said they're going to stick with rookie Justin Herbert at the quarterback position moving forward for the rest of the season, walking back the what they had announced before. Mr. Anthony Lynn's comments that Tyrod Taylor would be the starting quarterback once he recovered from that accidental punctured lung. It looks like they're going to change what they were saying, and they're going to stick with Justin Herbert. What do you think about how do you think Tyrod Taylor feels about this kind of thing? And do you think maybe there was a little bit of a conspiracy to make sure he didn't get back on the field just so they can get Justin Herbert in there?
I felt like air quotes came out when you said the accidental.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Nah, man, you never kind of wish on that, but you saw it happen, right? It was their team doctor like caused that to happen, like punctured his lungs accidentally or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But like it was a team doctor that did that.
He was giving him an injection because he had some bruised ribs and he went a little too far.
Right? Yeah, that was crazy, dude. That was crazy. But yeah, I think that sucks for him. I think that I wonder if some lawsuit could happen.
I was legitimately just thinking about that. I was going to ask you that question. You think a civil suit comes out from Tyrod Taylor to either the organization or to the doctor, basically costing him possibly his career? Because they said if he doesn't heal right, he may not be able to play again.
Right. That's why. I mean, man, I could see that. For sure. Like. Damn, dude, I wonder what caused it to that they punctured the lung like that or whatever, like what is it that led to that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause they're just saying that it happened accidentally, but like how's something like that happen accidentally?
I'm at a loss for words for that, dude. Like if I know I'd be suing. Shit.
Yeah, I would.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, hey, man, like what?
He lost his job because of his job.
He lost his job and he possibly lost his career. Like this may possibly be the end of Tyrod Taylor's career in the NFL.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? The rookie did pretty good, man. He deserved a shot to play again, you know?
Yeah.
To see.
Well, they had said they were going to be with him until Tyrod got back, until he got better. But now they're saying, nah, we're just going to stick with him the rest of the season, regardless of when or if Taylor gets better.
Yeah, they're just trying to see if he plays himself out anyways and put a little pressure, see what happens.
Yeah,
they're not in a spot to win a Super Bowl anyway, so it's like let's see what happens. I'm saying that's the way I would see it.
Yeah. All right. Well, fucking A. That's all the football I got right now. You got anything else?
Well, I'd like to talk about your Cowboys and what's going on there.
Oh, fuck.
You said you were going to talk about something, blah, blah, blah.
All right. So here, I'm going to get this off my chest. And I've said this.
Me too.
I've said this on social media, and I'm going to say it right now on the show. Our offense has been doing pretty amazing. They were saying that if Dak keeps throwing the way he's doing, he's legitimately in route to throw like 6,700 yards in passing. The last game, we had 3 receivers with over 100 yards. Ezekiel Elliott had over 100 all-purpose yards. I believe it was like 40-something on the ground and then another like 70-something passing yards, not counting when he fumbled and or he dropped a couple balls. But it's the fucking defense, man. Like, at some point, you got to be like, okay, it reminds me of the Angels pitching staff, right? If our offense gives us 6 runs, you're supposed to win the game.
Yeah.
If your quarterback gives you 470 plus yards of passing, 4 touchdowns, and then you have
here's okay, Brent.
Hold on. A
little bit on that.
You're
heading in the wrong direction here, though.
No, but I'm saying, but if
yards because they're losing.
Well, I get that.
Those yards because they're winning.
But your offense is producing. Okay, regardless if you're losing or not, because I'm also going to talk about. But I'm also going to talk. Okay, but we have 3 receivers with over 100 yards. Ezekiel Elliott still has over 100 all-purpose yards on the ground and in the air. So it's
how many does he have on the ground though?
4. I think it was like 47 this last time.
Exactly, that's the problem there.
Well, that, and then he lost a couple because he fumbled the ball, which he came out and said today. He's like, I can't do that anymore. I cannot fumble the ball.
Nobody
exactly.
Yeah. And that's not like him, you know. So I give him a pass. That's very unlike him.
Yeah, I honestly think that and they got rid of a couple of defensive players, and the defense is seemingly imploding on itself because defensive players are calling out other defensive players. And people are having issues with this shit. And I'm like, okay, well, somebody's got to call out somebody because somebody's got to get some shit done. Go get Earl Thomas. I don't give a fuck what other bullshit he's got going on. He's better than what we have right now.
Right.
Put him in his own little room. Don't give him part of the locker. Whatever, man. I don't care, man. Right. Honestly, right now, compared to what we have on the field, he is a better player than anybody we have right now in the safety position. We just let go of David Carr, not David Carr. Oh shit, his name's Carr though. We just let him go. He was one of our cornerbacks. We just said bye. Who do we have to fill his position? We freaking got somebody off the practice squad. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, we can't, you're not helping the situation here, Jerry Jones, like, Stephen Jones. Like, come on, guys. Can we please?
Get me Earl Thomas, damn it.
Go get me Earl Thomas. Help the defense. How are you going to get burned 4 weeks in a row with the long, wide open touchdowns, 30, 40 yards down the field? Not once, not twice, okay, once, twice, all right, dude, that's, shit happens, you fall down, guy out, juked you, whatever it is. But it's happened on fucking like 5, 6 occasions already. A couple times the last game. At some point, you got to be like, what's the problem here? It's fuck, dude. Like, it's just I get so heated about this, dude. Like, at some point, you just got to be like, look, our secondary is terrible. What can we do to make it better? And there is a one future maybe Hall of Fame player who's there. He's a free agent. You're past the 2 weeks already where you're gonna get penalized for fucking picking him up. Go get him. I don't know what you're waiting for at this point. Jesus. And then we just found out today, Tyrone Smith may be out the rest of the season. They got to wait and see. They got to check on what's going on with that. Leighton Vander Esch is not going to be back for another 4 weeks with that broken collarbone. He said he's going to try and come back a little sooner. But, man, let it heal before you come back. Don't come back too soon. Especially being a linebacker, you're going to hit people. You need that to be healthy. We just got so many banged-up guys on the defensive side that it's just very hard to be able to stay in a game when you can't stop them. And then, another thing. Jesus Christ. The special teams. What are you guys doing? Oh, my God. Tony Pollard. Go pick up the goddamn ball. Tony Pollard, stop falling down. Tony Pollard. You know what? At this point, sit Tony Pollard down. Get CeeDee Lamb to go out there and do a fair catch?
Yeah.
Or a touchback. All you need to do is have him catch the ball. Don't don't run, dude. You're good. Just catch the ball. Don't do anything. We don't need him getting hurt or anything. But at this point, like, somebody needs to do something. Like, this is 2 weeks in a row already that Tony Pollard has shit the bed, and because of that has given up points to the opposing teams because we get pinned down, or he makes a stupid mistake like trying to bring the ball out of the end zone and then trying to go back and then the ball's on the one. Like, dude, like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I'm just, as you can see, I'm a little passionate about this one, dude.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. I feel your pain. You know, although I like to rag on you, I do cheer for your Cowboys. You know,
I do appreciate it, compadre. It's just, it's one of those things though. Like, you see it, I see it, the world sees it. How does Jerry and Steven not see what's going on? Like, at some point, dude. Like, come on. When are you gonna give it up the season so we can get a high draft pick? Tell me that then. At least fucking say that to me so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not expecting anything else from the rest of this freaking for the rest of the team. Like, we're tanking it because we're trying to get a high first round pick. I mean, that's how we got Zeke. We had that one year that Tony went down and got hurt. No, we didn't do shit. Ended up getting Zeke Elliott. Great freaking, and then we had a good couple years. So are we doing it again?
Did you get Zeke and the quarterback?
Dak? Yeah.
Prescott?
Same draft? Same draft.
Okay.
But Dak was a 4th round pick and Zeke was the 1st round, fourth pick overall. And then Dak was like 122nd pick, whatever it was. But definitely, like, if that's the case, if that's what you're going for, then do that. Let's figure this out. A lot of people are trying to go after what's his name we got from the Raiders?
Ruggs or whatever?
No. The big receiver we got for the Raiders for a 1st round draft pick a couple years ago.
Oh, that you got from the Raiders?
Yeah.
Oh, Cooper.
Everybody's like dogging Cooper because like he fell down hard on the ball. It looked like he lost his breath and he wasn't in during like critical moments in the game. Like, fuck, dude. Like, you don't know what's going on. Like, we can be couch coaches all day long, but we don't know what's going on, dude. I'd rather have him healthy than not because he is a difference maker on the field. I mean, we have a lot of stuff going on. I think the offense is fine where it's at. We don't need anybody else in the offense right now. They need to focus on the defense. We have to be able to run.
Shouldn't have drafted that other receiver, huh?
Yeah. Maybe they shouldn't have. It is what it is. Whatever, dude.
Anyways, do you think there'll be 3 1,000-yard receivers on the Cowboys?
The way they're playing right now, because they have to air the ball out like crazy, maybe. I think 2 for sure, but maybe 3.
Like 2. I've been really impressed with CeeDee Lamb, you know?
Yeah, he's come out and been a force as a rookie, which is good. But you got CeeDee Lamb, you got what's the other cat's name? Michael Gallup, and then you got we just talked about it. I lost his freaking name again. Amari Cooper. And I mean, even the tight end Dalton Schultz is doing work.
He's not bad. Yeah, he's not bad.
Not bad whatsoever, man. Like it's.
I just disagree. The only thing I disagree with you is, well, you're like, if a quarterback's throwing up these numbers, like, well, bro, they're throwing up those numbers because they're losing, not because they're winning. You know what I'm saying? Because those numbers aren't usually indicative of somebody that is controlling a game, which Cowboys should be controlling the game with that rushing attack.
Oh yeah.
I think now they haven't really been in a situation to be able to do that, but that's a whole different talk, you know?
Yeah.
But I did tell you, and I did say that I thought Dak Prescott would break the single season passing yards record this year. I did say that.
Well, he is on his way.
He's on his way. That's why I drafted him in 3 out of my 6 leagues.
Oh, I can't. Let's just talk about the Lakers now, please. I can't.
Moving on. I just wanted to let it go sometimes.
I do. You're right. I needed to get it off my chest. I just, it's one of those things where it's like, fucking defense. Wake the fuck up. Yeah. Wake the fuck up. All right.
Let it go.
Moving on to the NBA Finals, the Lakers have come out and said they are wearing the black Mamba jerseys for game number 5. We did speak about this before. The Lakers have not lost a single game this season in those jerseys. Let me say that again. Not once have they lost a game while wearing these jerseys. Now, there's been a lot of rumors on how the Lakers are going to honor Kobe Bryant once they secure the NBA title. I have tried to stay away from all of those rumors because I don't want to know any of it. I just want to be surprised and enjoy it for what it is when it happens. Yeah, I don't want to be here. I don't want to hear this like one really cool idea, like, oh my God, that would be so amazing. And then they do this other thing, and I'm like, but the other thing was dope. You know what I mean?
It was better.
I know. I'm just like, I just want to be surprised. I want to enjoy it. I want to go for the ride and be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that
I'm gonna cry if they win it when they win it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very emotional victory, I think, for the Lakers, the players, LeBron especially, and for all the fans. I honestly think it's gonna be one of those that everybody is going to be watching the Lakers, and it's just going to be interesting to see what happens. A lot of media outlets are against the Lakers wearing the Mamba jerseys for this one, even though they've already been given permission by Kobe's widow. So I don't know, man. I think it's very honorable for them to wear the black jerseys and do the gentleman's sweep like we had talked before. It's definitely going to be emotionally draining. It's going to be an emotionally draining game, to say the least.
Hey, and did you go back and listen to the audio to see if I was right or if I was right?
You were to see if you were right or if you were right.
Yeah,
you were right. We'll just go with you're right.
Okay. Yeah, I feel very confident about that. Very confident.
I will have to go back and listen for it, but we'll just give it to you.
You're like, I told you. I'm like, wait a second, where's this come from? I was the one that came up with the whole idea.
Oh man, but are you going to be able to watch the game? I know you're heading out to Havasu this weekend.
Yeah, that's like the main thing. I don't care what's going on over there. I'm watching that game. I'll find somewhere, I'll find somewhere to watch that game for sure. And then Saturday, I'll be out in the lake all day, and Sunday, it's a little recovery and come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make sure you are wearing your vest, man. I need you to make sure you're back, all right?
Yeah, for sure. Should be good times. But, yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. I think I'm going to cry if and when they win it tomorrow. It'd just be like poetic justice, that we talked about. So I don't know, man. We'll just see. I'm excited about it. I hadn't even thought about it in any of the tributes, so you mentioned it right now. But I think, I was reading some of the texts that LeBron said, and he was calling it like a must-win game prior to this last game, and I just thought it was cool how LeBron's like, hey, man, we got to play like if we're losing here. We can't just go out there and just play. We gotta win this game. We got to be in the driver's seat here. And I was seeing that LeBron has only lost like 1 out of 13. No, he's won 13 of his last 14 games where he had a chance to close out the series. That is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, I think he's going to come out like a man possessed. I don't see the Lakers losing tomorrow, but I mean, anything can happen.
Right.
But I see the Lakers closing it out tomorrow, and all of LA will be crying and celebrating all at the same time.
Yep, I agree. I agree. I'll be jumping on that Zoom meeting afterwards.
For
Zoom
sure.
Parade.
All right, man. I mean, we're not going to make it a long one today. I think we covered everything that we needed to cover just because it's playoff baseball. It's kind of short. Basketball's about to finish. And then we got football just rocking and rolling. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Who are the Cowboys playing this week?
The Cowboys are playing the Giants.
What are you going to do? We need to have something if the Cowboys lose to the Giants, like in place for you to do or something,
If the Cowboys lose to the Giants, I have no idea what we'll do. Let's not think about that. I don't want to think about the Cowboys losing the fucking Giants, man.
But if they do, I mean, I don't think they will, but what if they do?
I don't want to put that kind of juju out in the world, man.
All right, you're boring. The listeners just called you a sissy.
Call me a sissy. Call me a chicken. Whatever you want to call it. I still want to put that kind of juju in the world, man. It's like,
I don't blame you.
You know what I mean? It's like saying what happens when the Raiders lose to the Chiefs. Or the Raiders beat the Chiefs this weekend. Like, we don't want to put that out there. No.
Well, at least can we say, dude, do we think you're going to get your first fantasy football win in our league or what?
Maybe get one, dude. Maybe. I am, I'm 4-0 in 2 other leagues, 3-1 in another one. Yeah. I swear to God. I swear to God. Hand to God, bro. Hand to God. I don't know what the fuck it is with you guys. I swear to God.
We believe it, sir. We believe it. We're all with you. Yeah, Brent's a draft master everywhere else.
Hey, Evan was over here. Evan can attest to it. Evan was over here, and he saw. I was like, here, look. 3-0, 3-0. Actually, that week I'm like, look, I'm going to be 4-0 here. I'm going to be 4-0 there. I'm 3-1 on this one. And he was like, what the hell, dude? Like, what about our league? And I'm like, yeah, no, I for some reason, I can't win against you guys. It's just not going to happen.
Yep. That's all right, buddy. You'll get one. Maybe you start a winning streak. You never know. That's all you need. All you need is one.
It's all it starts, dude. Here we go. All right, man. Please be safe this weekend. We need you back here very, very soon. We will touch again on Tuesday, or we'll touch base again on Tuesday for another extra point as regularly scheduled now. Let's hear the patented RT goodbye.
All right. Mi gente, be safe, wash your hands, wear those masks. Gotta get back to normal society, right? See you next week.
All right, brother. Te cuidas, man, my compadre. Everybody, please be safe. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, do all those fun things. Make sure you grab some merch. Big shout out to Slappy, Anthony, and your peeps over there showing us love out there in the interwebs. We do appreciate it. To everybody showing us love in your interwebs all around the world and across the United States. We thank you so much. Everybody have a great day. Stay safe. See you later.